Sorry about that. I seen the doubled up audio, man. I made a mistake today. I doubled the audio. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We're gonna put that lime into the water. I got a lemon upstairs actually, but you know you gotta use what you have. And I'm putting the lime into the water this morning. Lime water ain't too bad. Lime water gets you going. Lime water gets it. I feel amazing. I worked out today. Muscles are pumping, tight just feel good in the blazer. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Litecoin seems to be this little winner lately, up 13%. Shout out to Tom Crown. We love you, Tommy. Litecoin, baby, Litecoin. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on into it. Let's get the music pumping and running, and let's get back into brass tacks. Let's take a big sip of this water. Let's get hydrated. Let's get going. Shout out to everybody here on a beautiful Tuesday morning. It's good to be alive, baby. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do heavy drugs. I am ready to go every single day of the week, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. Put it down, baby. Put it down. It ain't helping you. Alcohol is a depressant. They push it on every single person all around the country. It's at sports games, weddings, birthdays, even at reunions. It's even at funerals. My God, they push you to drink at every single moment and turn. Now they're making things look kind of like the kid drinks, right? The seltzer waters. Man, making it even easier for young kids to get into alcohol. I can't tell you how much alcohol has destroyed parts of my life. Don't need it. And I wasn't even a heavy drinker. And I don't even know I was going to start on this, but it's the lemon water, baby. Let's hydrate with the lemon water. Let me stop preaching. Let's get into the charts. Dang near drunk the whole glass there, boy. And you know what? I usually start with the charts, but today I want to start with inspiration. My training group has been a place to help people inspire themselves. Honestly, I woke up this morning, Sam, I also owe you gratitude. You may never know. I've been wrecked since last December because of my fear, greed, and lack of knowledge. I also discovered you to better understand TA. I grew up believing in God, but I also lived in sinful life in my adult years. 2 days of lemon water, God grabbed me by the nape of the neck. I will never return to my sinful ways. I am on fire for knowledge, man. I have signed up for your class today. I'm so excited for my future. I can't contain it. Hey, man, I hope I can help you clean up and get ready to go, because if you want to be successful in trading, you got to get your mind right. I talk about that all the time. So let's break it down. We talked about FRR. If you remember, I went over this idea here around November 18th, and this thing would pop for gains, and that's actually holding the gains pretty nicely. Front row, up 19%, in total up 28%, and continuously holding the gains. So front row, if you had jumped on in, and I just want to teach you why I pulled the Fibonacci. It was sitting in the golden pocket in the 706 retracement area. This is a known area for a move back to the upside. This is mathematical perfection. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on, and appreciate each and every one of you beautiful people for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I do have pants on. I have pants on, okay? No, you want me to prove it, don't you? All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. I love you all. Look at my man right here. Nate LA, 4 years clean and sober on December 7th. Thank God, and thanks, Lifer, for all you do for the community. Hey, may God bless you. Thank you for saying that. That's a blessing. Got my brother Eric watching for the first time today. Give him a shout out and a warm welcome. Shout out to Eric with a K. Eric, we love you with a K. Eric, I hope you're having a wonderful day. May God bless you and yours. May you have a wonderful time today. Thank you for jumping on into the Lifer Show. Tell a friend, tell a loved one how much you love this community and the positive energy here. We love you, Eric. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? We have 380 likes, 150 likes, 375 people. Can we get it moving? We're just getting started. Let's get it moving to the upside. We're going to break down Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about it. Is 3K really possible? We have one of the biggest traders in the world of a big hedge fund talking about 3250. Talking about 3250 is likely where we're going to go, yada, yada, yada. And I'm open-minded. Anything is possible. We're going to break it down, all right? Right now, though, we had a massive short squeeze for Bitcoin. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. There was a bullish divergence there. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. That told you that was your bottom. You should get a bounce. Funny, I see it now. I didn't see it earlier. The shoulder, the head, and the inverted head and shoulder right there. I was actually projecting the idea that we were making it inverted last night. Remember when I was making the update? Inside of the update, I actually remember this now. Hold on. Let me go look at the update because I make so many updates. So much content runs through my head. But I like to go back and check myself before I wreck myself. Yeah. Sorry. And check out Coral Castle. I posted this link. It is a little off topic, but I want you to open your mind. I believe if you open your mind, it will make you a better trader. I'm trying to expand your subconscious. I am expanding your subconscious. I am not trying. I am expanding your subconscious mind every single time you come to this live stream. This is more than just information. This is a mind exercise and how to bend and move your brain and get to the next level. Okay? So last night at 9:27 p.m., I'm putting out an update for BTC. Okay? Here's a Bitcoin update. I even saw this as a possible right shoulder. There was a head, right? Eventually, I see it inverted. I'm pretty sure I know. Right there. So that was an idea, like, could this break to the upside on the 4-hour time frame? All right. Just, I love, like, being so open-minded that I can see something that possibly was there before. And, like, there it is. See? You know, you could even say this was a shoulder, this was a head. Actually, that was I was looking at. This right shoulder, this is a possible head. And it's very possible that it will end up being a bigger inverted, right? So, but there you have it. The inverted broke to the upside. I did not see it. Normally, I call this. I didn't today. I'll be honest with everybody. I didn't see it. Normally, I do see things exactly like that. You know, it was a little too high for me, so I didn't pick up on it. That one kind of, you know. Hey, I like saying that because normally I'm like, look, I hit it. Hey, I didn't hit that one, you know. This was, to me, like, very hard to catch. Normally, I'm like, yeah, we nailed it with the short squeeze. I mean, we were very overbought here on the stochastics, right? We had this little dip, and then that, like, it all kind of came out of here from here on the RSI. So even the 7-minute was a little pinned. Even Bookmap, which I was looking to, didn't, you know, this showed some more liquidity, but it wasn't like a, you know, a guarantee. Here, you see more now at 16,005, way more than you see up here, telling me that we're likely to kind of continue. What happens is people see this pump and they just can't help themselves from shorting. They have to continue to short. They're just like, I got to short again and short again and short again. And they just keep adding fuel to the fire, letting the squeeze continue to the upside. So the falling wedge did break up. And if you look at it just kind of in general in a pattern trade, you're down, you're up, you're down. You're likely to go to the top of the pattern. It's just kind of how it works, right? I'm not impressed until we get above this point of control and 17,100 area. If we can't get back above 17K, I mean, right, that's just going to be, it's a mess. So we could just be kind of going through the motions here as we settle off, and we still have a measured move down here at 12,800. That's still on the table because we haven't left this pattern, okay? So pretty simple for a day of trading today. Bitcoin had a short squeeze to the upside. Very hard to you know, that was almost impossible. Normally I do the impossible and I'm able to see the short squeeze. This one was like very difficult. So I wouldn't beat yourself up. A lot of beginners is they miss a move and they don't even realize how hard that move could have been, even for an experienced trader. And they beat themselves up for no reason at all. Don't beat yourself up. Understand that you can't hit every move. And there's always another trade. There's always a short, there's always a long, there's always another trade coming your way. Stay open-minded. Understand, if you believe there's opportunity coming, then there is. If you get in your head and get all depressed and think it's all a bunch of, then it is too. You are your reality. Whatever you see is what it is. If you think you're headed for greatness and you're going to travel the world, you will. If you think you're going to be stuck in a hole and have the same life, then you will. It's whatever you believe. People have no idea how much you are the reality you live in. You create every second of your life. You're exactly where you want to be or where you think you should be. The issue is this, but why do I think something I'm not where I want to be? Because it's your subconscious mind is being attacked and you don't have control over it. You need to make sure you go to bed with the right things in motion. All right. You know, like a lot of self-affirmation videos as you sleep are really good. You go into a state in your brain where it's similar to when you were 7 years old, 8 years old, where you were very programmable. Okay. This is an important state to be in. This is an important state to understand. And when you can get into that state, it's right as you're falling asleep, your brainwaves will flip and switch. And that is where you want to be listening to positive affirmation videos. I love money. Money is good to me. You know? Having a great relationship with money and being okay with money. Being like, yeah, I love money. Money loves me. There's no problem with me and money. Me and money have a great relationship. Money just flows to me, right? I create opportunity for more money. I never worry about it. I always get to do and go where I please. And the money is given and somehow it's found, right? I've connected to the energies of the world. I live in love every single day. Love is the #1 frequency in which I choose to be a part of. And from there, everything is built. That is the foundation of the building. Okay? 16,200. I'm looking at a flag for BTC. Smaller time frames will give us a little more of an idea here. This is a little flag here on the 7. And I mean, if you say, even though with that little glitch there, you could say this does have a bigger measured move to the upside at about 16,500. All right? Not bad. We got a bounce, right? We could have gone lower. We got a bounce. And this was a severe resistance area here at 15,916K, but I'm not hugely impressed. Could easily just be a bull, a little bit of a bull trap here. This is somewhat of an M pattern right now that we're looking at. That could break us down to the downside too as well. So technically, really do need this higher high and get somewhere up to the top of the pattern. Even the top of the pattern spells rejection for BTC, right? We don't need this anymore. This can be deleted. To me, it was more likely we were headed to the downside, and that is true. The probability was more likely, but the short squeeze gotcha, right? And the falling wedge did break to the upside, and there was bullish divergence. So, hey, and that inverted head and shoulder did show itself there. So, interesting enough, we got it, right? And there was hard divergence right there, too. That told you that was your bottom buy, and you can see it here on the 7-minute time frame. Even on the 7-minute, it's there. You get this sharp swing to the upside. Now, I've seen 7-minute divergence play out very nicely. The long right there is up nicely from the entry at 15,000. You would have bought the exact bottom, right? 7-minute time frame can show you what's happening as you go deeper into the move. Shout out to my beautiful team. Shout out to FFR for gains. Shout out to Hitting Covalent, CQT, for beautiful gains. Look, yeah, this is one of my elite traders that I've trained. He's only, it took a year for him to understand the nature of the science and the special sauce, pumping out the gains, baby. 40% from my man, Rainier. I love you, Rainier. May God bless you and your family. Okay? So, here's the deal. I'm still looking at decentralized exchanges. They're on my radar, right? And look at this dude, Heinz at 33. We had some gains today. If we look at this, ALEPH up 67%. Ant, a cash network, up about 26. HIDOODLE, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Say that and not laugh. HIDOODLE. I mean, ridiculous, right? Bone FIDA. And I'm actually looking at FIDA here as a possible move in the 1-hour time frame. Making a bit of a pennant here. This is consolidating, and it could dump easily. This could be a double top dump. Anything could occur. Always have a stop loss. But I got a point of control. We broke above. We get head up to the lower liquidity area here. 96% gains possibly coming. I'm looking at FIDA. It's on the radar on the 1-hour time frame. 4-hour also pretty down and resetting as it consolidates to the side, to some sideways action. Anything is possible. You pull a fib, we could go lower. But in my mind, even if I pull a fib here, we wicked right here to the 618, which is kind of good enough for me. So I'll keep that stop loss below the 706 and the point of control and see what I can get out of Bone FIDA. Bone FIDA. Sounds funny, right? Sounds like a sandwich, that sandwich shop, Bona Fida or something like that. I got it in today. No excuses. Been back at it. Wow, even after you had, man, you're the man, dude. David Kendall grinding. My man. Even after your back thing, man, I'm so happy to see that you're able to work out after your back exercise. Shout out to David Kendall, everybody. One of the greatest people in the game. Supporting our channel, supporting me every single day. My man, D. Kennedy. David Kendall, man. And remember D. Kennedy? DK, it's funny. You made me think of D. Kennedy. Used to show up every day. Remember from Cocoa Beach. David Kendall, man. DK, baby. Okay, so, yeah. I'm going to find a gain no matter what. I'm going to sniff it out. That's what happens. That's what I does. Front row, actually, that already popped, right? You can see it's already in a bit of a flag here, too. And if Bitcoin recovers, which it, slightly got a bit of a bump here, some of that money could flow out of Bitcoin back into these alts. It's about staying level-headed and just knowing that the setups play out regardless of the world situation, regardless of what everyone's thinking or feeling. The setups continue to play. So I'm going to watch this flag. I'm not saying this is guaranteed either. I'm just watching this on the 15 and the 1-hour time frame. Seems to be consolidating outside of the flag here in another little flag. It's interesting to me, and it could dump easily. The 4-hour time, well, I bet the 22 and the daily are a little spent. Yeah, they are. After that massive candle. Nice move to the upside. High risk reward right there. Already kind of had its gain. Something we would have taken profits on this morning when we woke up. FRR. Anakin. Anakin, been on the radar. Look at that. I saw this last night. I was like, well, that has to go up. But I saw that it was high in the Stokes. But my mind was like, interesting. So this is a cool learning moment. I'm about to go to bed last night, and I'm looking at Anakin, right? And I'm like, and it was right here. And I'm like, man, high Stokes. I'm like, but that's an inverted. That should pop. And so it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Hit the target to the T. Look at Anakin breaking out of the inverted head and shoulder. One of my favorite coins to trade, Anakin. It's just been, you know why? I don't know why. It just seems to be the gift that gives. I didn't trade it last night. I just, at the last minute, I took it off the radar. But dang, I saw that inverted, and it played out. Happens. You can't beat yourself up about every trade you don't take. You can't beat yourself up about every setup that you almost may or may not get into. This is trading. Just be happy with life. If you're happy with your life, see, it's more about your sentiment with your being. If you have a good sentiment with your being, then trading will just be that. It'll be part of that sentiment. And somehow, no matter what, if you are really foundationally strong, and to me, it's in tune with God and the energies of the world, it becomes more effortless to stay in tune, more effortless to be exactly where I need to be mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, right? And it's about gratitude. Every single moment you go to complain or you go to, yell at someone or criticize something, just say, hey, man, I'm so lucky to be alive. How old am I? Like, I'm about to turn 40 years old. You know how many people never did? I go through the history books. Millions of people never made it to their 40th birthday, from starvation, from war, from just accidents, from, working accidents in factories, factory workers. Just, I come from Irish, hardworking Irish. And my dad reminds me, man, your ancestors shoveled manure, man, for the English. Like, we came here, Irish need not apply. If you Google this, Irish need not apply, right? This is real deal stuff. Irish need not apply in the New York Times, anti-Irish sentiment, right? And you can go there was an anti-Irish sentiment, and people want to talk about, their anti-sentiment. So oppression, persecution, and discrimination of hatred of the Irish as an ethnic group or nation directed against the island of Ireland. But when we came to America, there was signs Irish need not apply. In England, they wouldn't hire us. We were considered the scum of the earth, So the Irish, we were one of the first to really, really, truly oppressed. We had our famine where right across the river, they had food for days, and they watched us die eating grass. Our mouths, my Irish ancestors died with their mouths green. Imagine your mouth green from eating grass as your last meal. Stained green mouths. The pain of my ancestors, man, and anyone who's been through pain. So I feel you, right? And a lot of people don't even know how much the Irish have been through because we don't really talk about it and promote it and ask for, we don't want a cookie for it. We just treat others the way we want to be treated after that. That's how I was raised. And I'm not saying all Irish do, but the Irish I grew up around and the Boston people and the good people of Massachusetts, which are mainly Irish, they taught me to be good at all races, all walks of life, and to cherish all creations of God, man. So, sorry, I'm going to stop preaching today. But just wanted to break it down, the history if you didn't know. Okay. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina 2-1. That's a big deal. It's a big team. They probably stacked their team. They won't want to lose this time in front of the world. You know what I mean? For sure. Irish are tough. Here's to you, Sammy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. May God bless each and every one of you. So look, 16,180. We're curling down on the 7. 15 minutes, very overbought, unlikely to continue, right? That, to me, was a short squeeze. You got to stay in a flag to remain bullish. That's why my simple system really will keep you going, because when all is crazy, when the ship is in the sea and everything's all over the place and you just don't know anymore, because you never know. The idea, if you read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, if you really get into the mode of being a trader, the mental zone of being a trader, and you basically verify the pocket where you need to be mentally to trade for a living, you must always say you don't know where price action's going to go. That is going to keep you in the game the longest. Every bias becomes basically, every single time you have a bias, it's a weakness in your armor, all right, where you can get hit and shredded off, Okay. Interesting link between Ireland and Jamaica. Irish indentured servants taught slaves English, which helped explain why Jamaicans sound the way they do today. You know, I was told that by a few people. There's a whole like group of Irish in Jamaica too. There's like an Irish area in Jamaica. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, there's like an Irish neighborhood and there's this Irish Jamaican connection. I was taught that. And I always really had this really deep connection to my Jamaican brothers. Really weird. You know, of all people in the world, like Jamaicans really like connected. I spent a lot of time with Jamaicans. When I was 19, I went out to Los Angeles and stayed with my sister on Venice Beach. And I'm walking down the beach and I see this dude just kind of singing to himself. And I was like rapping. He's like, you rapping, man? You think you're a rapper, man? I think he saw me rapping on camera or something. I was making a video. And he's like, I'll tell you about rapper 60, 70-year-old man, Captain Kirk, DJ Kirk, with he's like with the dub plate. He's like, they're rapping 9 hours straight out in the fields, man, in Jamaica where rap really first came from. And I'm like, what? And his name was Gifted, this dude. And I spent my whole summer with this dude. He was like a 39-year-old Jamaica dude. And he was making necklaces on the beach. And I would sit with him and he would show me how to make the necklaces. We would make necklaces. And I actually shot a documentary I was going to put out about the beginning of hip-hop. And I interviewed this dude for hours. I still have the tape somewhere. Never made the documentary, you know. I was a dreamer as a kid. Did so many projects that never got finished. But yeah, I mean, that changed my life forever, hanging out with Gifted for that summer on Venice Beach. You know, I was 19 years old in Los Angeles, and my sister lived a block from the beach. I spent basically the whole day there with him. I worked at a little, like, sandwich shop, like, diner kind of thing, like, down near Washington, like a 5-10 minute walk down the boardwalk. And I had a blast, man. I had an absolute blast. I lived on Westminster Street. Westminster, and 1 block in from the Speedway, if anyone knows Venice Beach. 3 months in Venice Beach, man, changed my life. Changed my life. I always remember those times. Matic is pumping. Matic's been hot, honestly. And right now, it seems like it could continue. It's in a bit of a continuation flag, right? Doesn't mean it will. It's got some bearish divvy kind of hanging out there, but there's a chance that Matic could continue to the upside. This is the 3L token, which is up a beautiful, look, 28% on the morning, really. On the 15, that's 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. In like the last 4 or 5 hours, Matic making a big move to the upside. We're going to talk about Matic. Why is Matic making a big move? Well, Matic came out with some cool news today, and I want to talk about it. So let's take a look. Matic, they tweeted, Polygon creators, art is to admire. So let's show some love to all the creators in Web3. Visit the virtual NFT art gallery powered by Polygon. Register NFT Alley, I guess.com. Visit the NFT art gallery to be eligible for surprises for the mystery box, right? Virtual NFT art gallery. This is amazing. That's awesome. Shout out to all creators who submitted to the amazing artwork. So this is amazing. Polygon loves creators. It's a big deal. I hit the link and I basically created what's called my first Brave wallet. Right here, this is the Brave browser. I hope you're using the Brave browser. I don't talk about it enough. But if you go to look at a new page here, you can see this is the Brave browser. Scroll for Brave News, right? And Colorado, anyway, all sorts of cool news comes up. Erratics, a company that I really like. Building DeFi protocol with security features built in. I love Erratics. I believe this is going to be a big coin and the next big bull run. No one talks about it. This is my like low play. Faster than Phantom, faster than Solana, one of the fastest. Erratics, man. Radix is building a DeFi protocol with security built-in features. A radically better solution. RadFi 2022. See, 2.3 billion in DeFi hacks alone this year. Radix is a layer 1 protocol with security built in. So learn how with Erratics. Erratics is one of my favorite things in the game. UK antitrust investigation of Amazon's iRobot buyout. Interesting. Yeah, this 20-year-old hiker went missing in New Hampshire. Really sad. Mother dropped her off, and she's been missing. Really, really sad. I found that story out. Moment of silence for her. Whatever God's plans are for that, maybe I never know, but I don't question it. All right. But so I really like the Brave browser. You're going to be able to go on YouTube and have no issues with ads. No ads at all if you use the Brave browser. You'll never have to watch an ad again. You know, you click on YouTube here, it takes you to YouTube. And when I watch an ad or I watch anything, any of this stuff, I don't have to look at ads. They're all turned off because I have the shield on up here. If you turn the shield off, then you'll watch ads and you'll get paid basic attention token to watch the ads. Hey, you want to watch Bitcoin is 3K coming? That might get you going, right? So I think there could be more fallout too from FTX. It's not over. We're going to find out more and more and more information coming in. We have another website that kind of started to kind of undox themselves, so to speak. It's a little bit shady, all right? And with that, I just wanted to discuss it. This dude here, Barry Sober, poof, they vanished off the net, right? Digital Currency Group has deleted the Who We Are page off the website. Digital Currency Group. And they owned a note, a $1.1 billion note, right, to Genesis. And it's supposed to be paid today. Remember that whole thing was yesterday? They were supposed to get $1 billion. What happened? What happened to Genesis Mining? What's going on there? So if we get any news on that team, let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. Bang, bang, bang. All right. And I also want to see what's kind of moving in the market today. Bitcoin's a little flat as we're watching this flag. Kathy Wood ARK Invest buys 1.5 million in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares. So they go hard at that discount. Probably a good look, in my humble opinion, to buy the shares at a discount. And she decides it's a good idea. She goes hard. She buys the fear. So interesting. She buys 1.5 million in Grayscale BT on Monday as the crypto market slumped to a 2-year low. Hey, she's not always right, though, and nobody is, too. Remember that. Everyone always thinks just because they're a big fund, do what they do. I mean, they can handle the 5 to 7 year hold. That's probably what they're planning on doing, and that's their move. Who's who in the FTX inner circle? FTX collapse. These are the players closest to the implosion, right? Kind of breaks down everyone if you really want to know. One guy actually went to high school right near my house, which is crazy. It seems so close to home, right? And it breaks down every one of these people. If you really want to sit down and read who they are, this guy right here, not the best picture of him, but this guy right here, co-CEO of Alameda, right? He went to high school right near my house here in Boston. Interesting. And he went to MIT, of course. I think he's from Boston. I don't know. We'll find out. And you could just, I'm not going to sit there and do the whole deep dive. Like that guy, that's a better picture, but hey, you never know, right? Chief architect of effective altruism, mentor of Sam Bankman-Fried, philosophy professor at Oxford. Interesting. And you can kind of build this whole story. Even Dan Friedberg, Ryan Salame, Constant Wang. It's a great article to really do a deep dive on who is who. I think it's good to know just because years later you might see some connections and it might help you stay away from a shady investment. You never know. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I just want to make that clear. Okay. And one other article, Binance CEO seeking funds from the Middle East, investors for crypto recovery fund, Bloomberg. Binance plans to start a recovery fund to help projects with strong fundamentals, but suffering from a liquidity crisis. So we could say, hey, listen, they got duped, they got brought onto this, but it doesn't mean they don't have a solid project. And it doesn't mean when crypto rebounds and Bitcoin makes its waves that these aren't going to be the bigger players in the game. And he can convince them and show them of a track record through history. And they might be like, you know what? I'm with it. And they got money to burn. And they can't just let that money sit. They need to put that money to work. And so everyone with billions is always looking for some type of fund, some type of way. And I think this is actually a smell of fear type of move, right? Buy the blood. I mean, this would be the bloodiest you could buy something. When it was so beat up that no one wants to touch it, you can get it at pennies on the dollar. So not only is he making a fund, but he's giving them a lucrative entry into a crypto investment that is probably highly likely to pay off in the next 10 years handsomely well. So, I mean, they know what they're doing. Smart move. Definitely a good idea here. And, this is some pretty good news, too, to see that those funds are coming in. Some hope for the crypto industry, that it's not all out. And people they do see, an opportunity here. Possible opportunity. So, Matic 3 out. Could this go up another 10%? We played the 3S token just like this yesterday. The same exact thing happened. It's on my radar. Of all the hot coins that I'm seeing just a few things that are on my radar for today for possible gains, and Matic is one of them. Pumping up with that news, and I love that Matic has got news for it, and that's making it move. A lot of times we're so bearish that news does absolutely nothing for you at all. Good to see some news pumping Matic and getting it into the movement, and that's awesome to see as well. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. What's up with the chat? I haven't engaged with the chat yet really heavily. Can you check out CHZ? Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Hannah King in the game. Super chat, CHG. Shout out to CNC Ireland. David Kendall. Shout out to James Dickens. Shout out to Sushi. Shout out to Hefe. Shout out to Emery Thompson. Brave is legit. If you still use Chrome, you are sleeping. My man. My man. Who's Polygon? Where's Polygon? You're funny. Where's Polygon. JP Morgan Wallet is using Matic and AVAX for transactions also. Interesting. I love AVAX too. Great project. Nothing but good things to say about AVAX, in my humble opinion, right now. Let's move on here. Anakin also looking like a tight move here. Look at that. If Anakin can hold that zone and hold this trend line, I mean, you see some massive gains coming out of Anakin, 45%. And Anakin's been a great coin to trade on and off. Anakin on the radar. So let's move on into CHZ with the World Cup coming up. And CHZ actually has a lot of cool information about it. We're going to be putting out a video about CHZ. I'm very excited to go over CHZ. So we're going to be looking at that too as well. So CHZ, we played it earlier. Let's break it down. I had it in this tight channel. We hit it for gains. If you remember correctly, about 20% when it broke out. And then it gave it all back with the Bitcoin kind of melee, right? And so it got a heavy sell-off. In my mind, it really did break the pattern, right? And it's kind of like meandering now. But to be open-minded, looking at it as best I can on smaller and bigger time frames. I mean, one thing I see is kind of like that quant inverted. And what I mean by that is the quant inverted head and shoulder. Remember quant had that giant inverted head and shoulder? Maybe you don't know what I mean. So what I'll do is I'll go find it for you and show you. Having this pattern recognition is really key. Like I could see something previously, and that's even kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder too. But if you remember quant, when quant broke out when I was in Vegas at the beginning of October here, right? If we go back in time to these moments in time here, quant was in this giant inverted on the daily too. It was in a big one. See it here? Shoulder, head, and shoulder. I'm getting some similar vibes here from CHZ. See that? See how similar they are? I'm actually going to take a fractal on that. Hit the bars pattern and just grab it, right? Once I have it highlighted, hit Control C, then hit Control V. And I mean, it's like, that's insanely identical, right? It's crazy. But I have this really weird pattern recognition. It's really the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's crazy how interestingly connected they are. So, yeah, starting to see some quant vibes for CHZ. Bigger move, bigger, and you got an inverted head and shoulder for sure. So I hope you're having fun. Who's here's having fun today? Who's having fun right now? Who loved that fractal? I just got like literally I got excited over that fractal. All right. Who got excited for that fractal right there? Who thought that was fun? I thought that was amazing. I'm a nerd for fractals, but I mean, I thought it was awesome. Tons of fun, baby. Tons of fun. Love that. Me. Look at this. Everyone jumping in. No, you and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Everybody gets a car. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Everyone, the likes are low the last few weeks. We were like, for years, we just had pumping likes. It was just out of control. We asked a little bit, but never had to ask too much. Shout out to each and every one of you. But you know what? I go with the gratitude. I'm grateful for what I do have, which is 276 likes, $14 in super chats. Thank you for the love. It is the week of Thanksgiving. A lot of people getting ready to do things with the kids, right? My daughter's last day of school is today. They don't even go to school tomorrow, so they have 3 days off. So it is what it is, right? I'll be traveling tomorrow, but don't worry, I'll still do the live stream in the morning, and then I'll be around. And my traveling's not far. It takes like 2 to 4 hours at the very most, so I'll be fine. I grabbed a sweet scalp on Anakin last night, my man. You called Matic so beautifully. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Starting to make a move right now to the upside a little bit. Look at that pump for Matic. And the 3L token's already up a little bit here. 1.9% gains. Hey, 1% ain't bad. 2% in 5 seconds? That ain't bad. But anyway. Yeah, I feel bad for people that aren't here to get the knowledge. I know we got the awesome knowledge here. I got a style and system that I can reproduce gains with over and over again. It works out pretty well. Thoughts on Silo? I like Silo as a project, personally. I hold a bag. You know what I mean? It's like a moon bag of like, you never know kind of thing. We'll take a look at Silo. Let me finish CHG though. So look, CHG. So we got this inverted head and shoulder. I've made that clear, right? So you can see that I see that. I see something going on here. I see something brewing. I see this trend line still holding us down. We could break out of. And I see a bit of a measured move and resistance, heavy resistance right here. And then these are our kind of like two levels, and then we're kind of gone. Okay. Fibonacci, which gives you like the 886 Fibonacci retracement area. Ain't too shabby. And now we kind of seem to be riding near the 786 and attempting to get back above that zone. Okay. I guess this is like a broadening wedge, right? Never thought of that. These can be bullish patterns. Usually break up here, bounce and bounce on out to the upside. The daily still has some gas on CHZ. It's interesting. And I showed you the inverted head and shoulder too. That has the neckline to the head, which should break up. And so it shows me that CHG could make some serious gains here. Looks like about 20 to 30. Oh, that's big. 175%. Now, this is a layer. We're going to talk about this. This has a layer. Other coins are layered on CHG. And it's kind of like the Ethereum for the sport coins. And it wants to do NFTs and sports for everything. From boxing to racing to football. It does have like the football kind of industry cornered, but CHG has more coming for it. And I would definitely keep it on the radar. These low prices for CHG are interesting, especially with this World Cup around here. And think about it. It was just at 6 cents in June, and it's at 18. So it's done a 3x since the beginning of the summer. So for a bear market, this coin is up 300% in about 6 months. That ain't too shabby. That ain't a bad investment. For a lot of people, that would be some of the best investment of their entire life. For us crypto people, we laugh at that. But you know what? For a regular stock person, that would be unbelievable to make 30%, 300% in about 6 months. And at its high, it was even higher. It was at about 28, if I'm correct. So this thing went from basically, let's see here, a low, let's say an actual low of 7.8, so almost 8 cents, to about 2.9. So it did almost a 4x really in total. Pretty impressive for CHG. Okay. So it's going to have to make a bit of a bounce here on the daily. Let's look at the smaller time frames. And the smaller time frame, like I showed you, is I guess you could try to put it in this flag. And if anything, does it break back to the upside? Sorry, I don't want that. If anything, does it break back to the upside here? I like to be thorough. These are the most thorough technical analysis that you'll get. Most people would just be like, blah, 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 blah. We spent the fractal. We spent a lot of time here. I'm a teacher and a lover of knowledge. And when someone asks for knowledge, I love to spread it on like butter, baby. And I want to make sure your bread is so buttered that it almost is heavy with butter. There's just so much butter on it, like you can't even see the bread anymore. Okay. Possible double bottom here too as well. All right. So CHG, possible gains back to the upside, getting that height from the World Cup and getting a bounce. 66% gains at the beginning. Gets above the point of control. They can get all the way back up here to 44 too. So it's interesting. And we got some bigger and smaller ideas for CHG. And that is my breakdown for CHG. You want to see it definitely hold 16 cents though. Breaks from there, you're going to head to the bottom of the pattern. And that could bring you back down. So anything is possible for CHG. But it's looking somewhat bullish. And we know we got that news coming. Silo. Asked about Silo. Silo is at the bottom of its barrel, right? Like it's just slump city. Had it in a little flag there and never broke out, right? So look, I had a flag for Silo here. I don't even know if I posted that. I think I was just drawing it myself one day looking at it. We take a look here at the daily. Now, it's still struggling with a higher low here. But you'd have to really like this project. To me, it's like not a Matic right now. It's not even a near protocol. Like I don't put it in that level yet. It's not known. People don't get it. Fibonacci, it's all the way down to the 886. It's like not really worth pulling. And it's in a falling wedge. You know, what you're looking for is a bit of bullish divergence. Do you have bullish divergence? We could take a look at that. Not really. They're pretty spot only mapped out. Maybe a little bit there on the smaller time frame, like the 4 hour. But yeah, I mean, not my cup of tea. If this goes up, I believe it would just be taken up by, like, you know, some type of pump group or something. I'm not a fan of this, honestly, at the present moment. Maybe it pops. It's oversold in the 22 hour. 3 days, even a little high for it. See that? 3 days curving. Not really where you want it to be. Anything is possible. Bitcoin comes back up. Like most coins will rev up. That's what the USDT pairs. But I believe there's better out there. I'm not personally into it. Like CHZ was far more interesting to play with right now, right? This doesn't really have what I call my special sauce. If anything, I'd like to see it get some movement like above here and bounce or here and bounce. And then I might play a flag up in here for, you know, I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing the movement that I look for when I trade a coin. What do you think about XYO? XYO is a cool coin. I mean, it's got a cool project. Isn't it that little thing that you can, like, right, hold and you can kind of get information from? And the guy behind it has been really pushing the narrative, and he had a pretty good Instagram campaign going on for a while, and I haven't seen his ads recently, but if I'm correct, that's the XYO network, right? You could correct me if I'm wrong. It's like an object you can hold that you can, like, basically sell the data that you collect, which I think is a great idea, and I think that's a great use case for crypto. Talked about it before. I know a guy making a phone similar to that. You know, can't really break the story, but something like that, you know, where the phone pays you to have it, you know. Great ideas. Really great ideas. 3D chart, 3-day chart, you could say it's slight bullish divergence because, like, this whole thing is a long uptrend. Like from here to there, but that's downtrend. You got a bullish divergence there. I get it. But I mean, this is at the bottom of its barrel. Like, everything is just, this is bear city. You know, 90% of coins beat to the ground. You got to know what to trade to survive a bear market. That's another reason why a trading group is amazing. If you join my trading group today, and it's only $3 a day, $99, actually cheaper than that, $270 a day, $270 for 3 months, bear market special. Jump on in today, and like this weekend, if you lost a lot of money this weekend trading, you know, did you lose a lot of money this weekend trading? If you did, you know, we should make this a commercial there, guys. I think I'm looking good enough. I'm going to make myself a little bigger. Team, let's see if we can make this a commercial. We should try to push this too. Hi, my name is Sam Price, known as the Crypto Lifer on YouTube. Bitcoin just took a massive dump to the downside. It took a really, really bad dump down, okay? And a lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people had panic and fear, and they used their emotions, and they hit stop losses, they panic sold, and they probably lost financially, and it wasn't fun, okay? In my trading group, we give you the education, we give you the knowledge to not have that fear, to not have emotional damage on your portfolio, and to be able to actually see through the trees. When you're full of emotions like that and you don't know what's going on, it's really hard to make the right decision. Why are you full of emotions? Because you have fake emotions acting real. You're in fear. How do you get rid of fear? You have education. By educating yourself, you're no longer in fear. Think about it. The first Cro-Magnon men were in fear because they didn't know what fire was. They didn't know what the sounds were from the sky. But once we understood them and we knew what was going on, we weren't in fear anymore. To understand and get rid of your fear, you just have to get the knowledge. I can teach you that knowledge and educate you. We were able to short the market with Matic 3S tokens, and we were able to make gains of 30, 40, and 50% in the last few days doing that. As Bitcoin took a dive, we all celebrated gains, were happy to move on, and had capital for our next move. If you like this idea, then you should jump on into my trading group. It's $270 for 3 months for only $2.70 a day. I can teach you and educate you and get you going. I also have a course that I teach every Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. That is only $100 for 2.5 hours of my time to really give you every single thing that I do before I get inside a trade, give you homework, a PowerPoint, and more. I'd love to help you and educate you through these times so you don't go through these losses again and you don't feel the pain. Hit the link below to join my Discord and to find out more about my classes and my education. I'll see you there. Thank you. I mean, I believe we could press that and run that out. A little bit of editing, add some Bitcoin drop in there and a little bit of this and that. And I think that could work, guys. You know what I mean? Hey, You tell me. All right, let's get that music back up and running. Looking sharp today, Lifer. Thank you. It's all CMAS. CMAS told me to look nice. Sammy, one take, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to CMAS, my man. On the spot ad, crazy good, man. Love it, love it. Yo, CMAS told me how to dress, bro. CMAS taught me how to be a man. Literally, he always drops knowledge, even from the very beginning, man. CMAS is the reason I have these. All right? Like, come on now. Gold pocket stays? You're the man, dude. May God bless you and yours. Brooks Brothers gold pocket stays. Only you, man. Only you would throw me that. And the Bill Buckner card that my daughter absolutely loves. She holds that all the time, man. You're the best, bro. She loves that thing. She loves that thing. She got all those cards and she kept them. You gave me all these interesting, like, New England cards. And, like, you're the man, dude. I think you gave me a Drew Bledsoe. Hilarious. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Maybe Sam is really Jay-Z. Maybe Sam is really Jay-Z's ghostwriter. You never know. DJ Porter wrong. Got it, Sam. Have you heard about the Amazon coin? I am shorting now. Diamond hands. That was perfect. Full of love. Bull trap. Let's take a look. I mean, yeah, I'm not too excited about the move right now. It's not amazing. I'm not like, yes, greatest move ever, right? You know, that's crazy, right? That quant and CHG connection there that we see. We shall see. We shall see if we can get a move. It's got a little messy with the Bitcoin moves there, right? Let's get back into Bitcoin. People are struggling. People are worrying. Let's get into a little bit of Bookmap too. Oh yeah, and I got the Bookmap window now, right? So we don't have to play games anymore. I can just go and take me to Bookmap, right? Oh, wait. Come on, Bookmap window. Do the right thing. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. And take me to Bookmap. And there we go. And that's fun and easy, right? So we look here at Bookmap and we see what's going on. And there I always have it waiting for me at another window. See, I got smart lately. 6 monitors really helps a live stream, I'll tell you that. The more monitors, the easier it is to organize a stream, put whatever you want, wherever you want, and get it moving. So awesome. So we're looking here at the liquidity zones. We can see where people want to buy and sell Bitcoin on Binance Futures, which is the main exchange and the leading indicator of the market. And you can see we just got a short squeeze and a big buy order in there, 43,000, and that was the short squeeze. Huge sell orders here at 60,000, 16,500 and 16,006. Doesn't look like we're going to get any higher than that. And some buy orders at 15,009 and 16,000. So we're kind of balanced, but there is more liquidity up at 16,003, suggesting that we may hug the $16,000 area, okay? So that's Bookmap for you, and we'll go back to our regularly scheduled program. If you like this and you see what's going on for Bookmap, you can load up to 18 different instruments and more with Bookmap, and I believe you'll absolutely love it. So get into Bookmap today. It'll blow your mind. Link in the description below, Global Plus. You won't get a better discount anywhere else, okay? And with Bookmap, we like to kind of move into the liquidity indicator and see what's going on with liquidity too as well. And here we have it loaded up for you. What is all this mumbo jumbo on my screen? What are all these dots and lines? It's showing me where people are longing. It's going to go better on the 15 and the smaller time frame, so that's what we're going to look at here. So in the last hour, Bitcoin did get a bit of a move to the upside out of this flag. You can see that little flag did pump. Boom, boom, boom. In the last hour, Bitcoin got a move, okay? And if we look at it closely, we can see that we're about to shred through most of the 100x liquidations, and then we're going to get to the end of the liquidation area. And then there's just so many long liquidation short that, you know, people that long with their stop losses in this area. More liquidity down here than up here suggests that we may go up and clean up a little bit, and then just come down and grab all these people too. So this is just showing me where people's, the 100x, the 50x, and the 25x leverage people are hanging out. And it's, you know, when you have a lot more up here, you're likely to go shred them. When you have a lot more down here, and we look at this a lot, and it's a good indicator too. It's the liquidation levels V2. All right, AML applications, and this thing shouldn't be free. It's amazing. All right, and I don't see any other channels using it, but our channel too. I don't see it anywhere else. My man put me on though. So many amazing people put me on to things in the trading group. Unbelievable. So we got a bit of a flag here. Pump it to the upside, and you can see how we're, you know, getting into that liquidity zone. And that's why Bitcoin kind of got pushed up in there. We saw a lot of 100x leverage, 50x leverage that needs to be cleaned out. They're getting it right now. The VRVP suggests that we could go higher, though, and at least to the top of the channel, 16,004, 16,005, but we're dwindling when it comes to the liquidation. So, and we see more down here. We do see more down here, suggesting that we may go lower. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we're watching Bitcoin. It did spike up, and it hit this 16,338 on a wick. It went to about 16,318 on a wick. Okay. What's going on, Sam? Thank you for the best knowledge in the game. Can I get your thoughts on Sushi Swap? I actually love Sushi Swap. I got into Sushi Swap at $1, one of my first coins in the game. Really like it. Really, really do like it. Let's talk about Sushi right now, and let's break it down. It can be traded on Binance, BingX, KuCoin, many other places, Poloniex, Bittrex. It got around, and Femex, it's everywhere, really. Binance US even has Sushi, if you can believe it. Okay? Superchats, Sushi Swap. So look, Sushi on the daily, we thought maybe could have continued to pump, right? It got low on that daily, and it just continued to slump. Got sold off pretty hard with the Bitcoin drop, and it took a beat down. So let's take a look now for Sushi. You got your low range at about, 87 cents, and you're still holding above the psychological dollar, which is pretty good. Sorry about that. So you get your low range, you get your high range, right, at about $2, and your mid-range right now. You got a point of control that you're hitting, and you're not able to get above. So, you're likely, and you got a slight trend line that you're attempting to play with. I've played this pattern a few times. You're going to watch, most people are going to be like, what? But I've played this pattern a few times. It's basically supposed to break out, but it breaks back inside the pattern. And a lot of times it eventually breaks back out again, all right? You're looking for some divergence. You're looking for some movement. Is this a head and shoulder, possibly two shoulder, head and a right shoulder? And it could go lower. There's no guarantees. Bitcoin takes a tumble down to 7, 8K, right? A lot of these coins are going to see lows you've never even thought possible. So just be careful. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Please get yourself one or do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But just something I have to make clear and talk about, right? And just kind of want to make sure that we're all on the same page here, all right? So another thing that we could say is we're in this, these are the falling wedges that break out and break back in, and then they continue as a falling wedge. I was taught by a great mentor, and I've done a few things that most people don't do on YouTube, and it's once it breaks out of the pattern, breaks back in, I treat the pattern as if the pattern never, ever was broken. So, I delete these areas like it just wasn't there. I just, and I found the same color as the background, so I could just be like, yeah, look. And then you could even add, it's funny, for psychological purposes, but you can add, a ghost feed in here. Hold on, man. Now I gotta make it small. I don't know how to stop to go. Oh yeah, hit that. So that's how you do the ghost feed. You click on it and then you can drag it away from itself. See, I never knew that. I've always been trying to do this ghost feed thing. It's not easy. So I just need that little section there. And I want to make it small. Thought you could shrink it down too. Anyway. Trying to put some ghost feed in there just to have some fun. Ghost feed is when you want to look at how price action might go and make it look exactly somewhat like price action, but it's kind of a gimmick. All right. But the idea is this falling wedge could break back to the upside. Measured move would take you to 1.75. That'd be a nice move for Sushi. Okay. And it's a stronger coin, and it's also going to move with the decentralized movement here. If you haven't figured out what's going on, people are rushing to get Trezors, right? I have a great Trezor commercial. Check it out. Definitely watch this video about Trezor. This is an evergreen video. It should get way more. I have 37,000 subscribers, and we're getting 100 every few days. I know people like my channel. I know people like it. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. This video should have way more than... Look, I have 800 people that are willing to pay... 850 people are willing to pay $99 a month in my trading group, or $270 for 3 months, or the deal. you know, it doesn't make sense. Like, if I can monetize that many people, then where is there's got to be more than 1,000 people that are willing to watch a video about the Trezor and the Ledger. Doesn't make sense that these videos don't get enough movement. It just doesn't make sense to me. So tell your family, tell your friends, get these videos out to as many people as possible. They're evergreen. They have a lot of good information. And I like spreading the word about all the little mimicky details about these hardware wallets. So, you know. I use George's code for a Ledger. Damn, man. That's whack. He's got enough money, man. I'm going to put you on timeout for that. Yep, for sure. Don't you dare tell anyone that again. Irish people were slaves too in America. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. I mean, they say everyone was a slave, or, you know, we're all connected, man. We're all connected. Anyway, $34 Cardano. I mean, that would be amazing, right? But this video, Trezor vs. Ledger, really breaks it down. And I'm telling you, there's things I really don't like about the Ledger. You gotta see this. Like, there's things I really don't like about the Ledger. And I think it's important that you understand, because you might get a Ledger and then find out someone tells you it's great, and then be like, man, I wish I had known. I did product reviews for a long time of many other things, a lot of digital stuff, drones, and so I perfected my little way of doing it, and I like to give you all the details possible, highly detailed in you know. So look, we're watching this flag, and you know we got stagnation here for Bitcoin. Likely to kind of, you know, start to fall off a little bit here. We might just give it all back. We're going to get a dump. Let's look at a new perspective. The bearable bull. Who wants a bearable bull impression? This is the bearable bull. No. And as we find out, Brad Garlinghouse and XRP are going to become the facilitators of liquidity. This is the story. This is what's happening. Welcome to the bearable bull. As we continue to see the SEC and the pains that are caused. No, I love what he's saying. I'm not trying to hate on him, but he's like, dude is like dead serious. You know what I mean? When we talk about crypto and the movement that is coming, we will get you. Oh, Gary. He's so funny, man. He's silly, man. And I'm talking about Gary Coleman. You know what I mean? Of course, you know. Who, me? Yeah. Not choosing my short until a higher high, higher low. He's one of the first XRP guys I found. Dude is intense. Hey, man, he stands up for the people. He makes amazing content. Like, I'll just love every crypto YouTuber that supports just the openness of crypto and the beauty that crypto, you know, is a part of. So everyone, Bitcoin is attempting to make a bigger inverted head and shoulder here. This is what we're looking for. We want to see if we can do something of this nature to get us back above 17,000. Get us above this point of control, somewhere we got to get back above 17K to remain even somewhat bullish. This falling wedge got to break out. That is the question, okay? I'm projecting the idea that this could end up being an inverted head and shoulder, okay? Ugly one at that. Ugly one at that. So right now we're just going to watch this flag. Bitcoin sideways for most of the day. That's what I see happening, all right? And some smaller altcoins could pop, and that's what we're looking at. And, you know, Matic may have made a move, but it's watching Bitcoin closely too as well. Let's take a look at the DXY. Shout out to Crypto Muser in the house. Shout out to CNC Ireland, B, and Gina Bombina. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Let's look at US dollar currency index here. All right. So remember now, the 3-day wants to make a nice move back to the upside. Not the best sign. 22-hour is spent though, which is a good sign. And we hope that can continue to roll over. All right. And let's go to our smaller time frames where things make more sense. So
Here we last stood with the dollar index. And remember, we were here. I said, make that flag. Will we break out to the upside? But we kind of went sideways and we rolled over. Beautiful sign that that flag didn't break out, you know. Bitcoin still kind of took a tumble despite it, though, which is interesting. Now it's sideways. But so this is the new flag here that we had. And here our measured move is the pole. Okay. And that still brings us to this area here at about 108.99. I'd like it more to see if this kind of channel just held and we hit the top of the channel and fell over, right? 1 hour is suggesting a move. Eventually, we are pretty oversold. So is the 4 hour, getting oversold in a bit of a flag here. This could send Bitcoin even lower. So be careful. They could be uncorrelated, then not correlated. The next thing you know, you'll get the jump here and Bitcoin will take the dump. So you're going to watch the dollar index today. You'd like to see it break this zone and start to meander, but it's looking more like it's going to break to the upside. It's a falling wedge bull flag, and so this looks like it's more likely to break to the upside, right? I love the idea that I can use my ledger with my iPhone via Bluetooth while I'm traveling. It's a cool idea. I get it. Understood. I never did that, though, because I never really wanted to make that connection. I felt like that could make you vulnerable, no? I don't know. I just felt like now you're entering another, airwave glitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. You can use your Trezor with your phone, I'm pretty sure, because you can probably get the Trezor app or go to Trezor.io. Maybe you can't, but I'm pretty sure you can get the USB-C to a Lightning, and then you could connect your, a Trezor to that. Definitely possible. So there's our DXY idea, right? That it's going to make a bit of a move. We'd like to see a double top if it does as such. We want to see it not get above the zone and break to the downside. All right. We're going to take a look at ES1 as well. All right. But that's for the afternoon. ES1 looking like a bit of a move here. And honestly, it's funny. We had the shoulder, we had the head and the shoulder. And then we even made this smaller little flag that we were hoping would break to the upside. Remember this? That played out. That basically is about to hit the measured move that I called out here at about 4,000. Nice to see the S&P beginning to grow, beginning to get a bit of a move here. Hey, I'm okay with it. I know my baby Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin should not be correlated to the S&P. So I'm slightly, I know it sounds strange, but I'm slightly happy that the S&P is pumping while Bitcoin goes sideways or dumps. Today, Bitcoin pumped with the S&P, though. They may be back on track, correlated again after the melee. After all the FTX and all the fear and FUD really clears, which makes me want to bring the Crypto Fear and Greed Index out, which I'm going to right now. Definitely want to check out the Crypto Fear and Greed Index every day if you can. I'm going to keep you privy to some good information. And I'm feeling happy today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lucky, baby. Who's feeling lucky? Who's feeling excited? Okay, so, yeah. Let's have fun with Twitter today. Let's have fun with Twitter. Okay. Today. Man, sorry. Always sorry. Let's have fun with Twitter. So today. Okay. What exchanges do you feel comfortable on? I am still using KuCoin, Binance US, and Coinbase. I don't like Coinbase that much, but it's the place that I've had my bank account the longest, and it is what it is, right? So there you have it. So what exchanges do you feel comfortable on? I am still using KuCoin. Answer this. If we get this retweeted up to 50 times and we get 75 comments, all right? So we get 50 retweets and 75 comments, which we've easily done many times. I will do a 2 weeks in the trading group to whoever has the funnest comment or something interesting. Preferably someone that's not in the trading group, but if it is, then we'll also just discount you a 2 week into the trading group too as well. So let us know. Like, retweet, and leave a comment. All right. I want to get as many likes as possible, of course, right? Hit it. But I would like to get 75 comments, 50 retweets. Let's get it going. What exchanges do you feel comfortable on? I'm still using KuCoin, Binance US, and Coinbase. You can follow me at CryptoLifer33. If you have a hard time getting to the tweet, what I like to do is just pin the tweet right here so you have no issues jumping on in. And the tweet is now pinned here in the comment section. Jump on into that tweet. Stay engaged, stay involved. Also, everybody, we got to get these likes up to 500. Likes have been dwindling, even though we continue to make gains. We hit you for Matic 3S, right? Called out multiple moves for Bitcoin. Got you right inside that level. Told you there was going to be a big move coming for Bitcoin. We nailed it. Make sure you hit it, right? And 1 BTC. Grayscale, buy 1 BTC, get 1 free. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, he's saying, I mean, I see what he's saying. Grayscale trust. I mean, buy 1 BTC, get 1 for free. Like, it's almost like you kind of have to get into the trust. I feel like it's like, even though it's not Bitcoin, it can go up enough, you could sell it and buy Bitcoin with the money. So, you know what I mean? So to me, it's like a kind of a no-brainer, you know? Follow Kathy Wood right into GPTC. And that's some good news, actually. That could create some buying opportunities here. I mean, it's down 45% on the peg, basically. That's a big deal. Something we should really be talking about, too, as well, right? 1 Bitcoin will be burnt here on Christmas Day. Remember, I said this. 1 Bitcoin will be burnt here. What does he mean by that? If you want BTC exposure, 1 Bitcoin is not 1 Bitcoin. MSTR and GPT store their BTC at Coinbase. The MSTR BTC ratio trades at 19 versus 10.6 on the day. Sailor first purchased Bitcoin. I expect the spread to revert. Interesting. Smart man. Top 5 products on CoinMarketCap. Funny. Can you name any of these technical indicators? That's interesting. Reading 90-year-old Econometrica articles, finding that history rhymes, all forecasts on this website, and a minimum pay group and leaders that charge 1 Bitcoin for tutoring should show history of forecasts and outcome. Simple statistical test will reveal an edge or not. That's interesting. The cost to mine 1 Bitcoin in many different countries. Dude, why is it so cheap in Libya? Dude, we got to get to Libya and start mining Bitcoin immediately. Based on the average electricity rate per country. Dude, like everyone's going to run to Angola and Libya right now and Sudan. Wow. They're going to become the richest countries if they can get Bitcoin that cheap right now. Unbelievable. Look how it's so expensive here. Wow. You can't even do it in the Solomon Islands. The most expensive places, the least expensive places. Only $1,000 to mine a Bitcoin right now. Dang. I mean, that's getting paid in the shade. Why don't we all move there and just mine Bitcoin? I mean, that's easy, right? 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Let's get back to my tweet too. And there's Lifer Friend always holding it down. Appreciate you. So what exchanges do you feel comfortable on? I am still using KuCoin, Binance US. Coinbase, Binance US, KuCoin, and MEXC. That's it. Those are the only ones I've ever used. FTX and Crypto.com denied me in the exchange. Look who's laughing now. I still got the money. Yeah, I love that. I got denied by Gemini, so I'm with you on that. Kraken, my Lifer Friend with the bearding out. Bybit, Binance, and BitGet. BitGet's been making its name out there. FTX, because of Kevin O'Leary said it's the best still. You're ridiculous. That's actually a good one. After hours investing. Been a KuCoiner since forever. Me too, man. KuCoin only. They seem to be the only exchange minding their business and staying out of all the controversy. Interesting. I feel more comfy with my Coinbase and KuCoin setup. Can't call it though. Not sure there's any exchange to solve it with all the leverage and big money transfers from exchange to exchange. Hey, you never know. I stick with Binance. Lost everything else in FTX. Sorry to hear that. I don't really trust any exchange right now, but Coinbase to onboard and KuCoin to trade are my go-tos. Hey, that's what you got to do. Say to face. Coinbase and Binance. I feel more comfortable trading on sock exchange. I always trade a dirty sock for a clean sock. Done and done. Interesting. He's on the sock exchange. He's doing what he has to do. That's ridiculous. Binance. I'm using KuCoin and Binance. That's all. Gemini and Kraken. I want to get into Kraken. I haven't opened a Kraken yet. You're reading my mind. Are you learning with me about exchanges? Yeah, you know. Just started trading almost a month ago. I only use crypto.com. Ew. Stay away from them. I don't like Coinbase either, but a couple weeks ago I was in Puerto Rico. Actually, do whatever you want. I don't want to badmouth. I don't like them. Puerto Rico was the Evan TD Bang, and oh my gosh. Started off on Coinbase, not mainly using KuCoin and Binance now. Off anything that SBF and the elites are in. At the moment, Binance, Kraken, and KuCoin. KuCoin, not my trustworthy section here. And you guys should all hashtag KuCoin so we can get KuCoin trending, man. Look at all these KuCoins that could have been hashtagged. Hashtag your keywords. Get into the Twitter mindset. Get into the Twitter move. All right? Wall Street Bets Group is planning on a really... Oh, come on. I don't like that stuff. All right. Wow. And can we get up there? 25 retweets, 29 comments. We got 500 people on the live. Can we get 50 retweets, 75 comments? On our way. On our way. All right? I'll up it to a month. All right? Forget the 2 weeks. 1 month in the trading group. All right? Might just be you, so you might as well throw a hat in the ring. What's the worst that can happen? Okay? Save yourself $75 in the group. Get yourself in there for a month. See what it's like for a month without having to gamble. Okay? I think it's a great idea. I would take myself up on it immediately. Of course you would, Sam. You made the group. Yeah, I mean, but I think it's a good group. I know, but I know, but shut up. Here, stop talking to me in front of everybody. All right, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about it later. So look, there's Bitcoin making a nice flag. It's a good sign. We stay in consolidating the flag above 16K. I'll be happy. One step at a time is how you built every single pyramid. And we're just going to watch Bitcoin in this flag here. See if we can stay inside the flag. And I like what I'm seeing. The 1 hour needs to reset as well. And we want to see if we can maintain. So we'll go from there. Right now, we're seeing tweezer tops of the 1 hour. And we do see a resistance. Do we make the shoulder, the head, and this interesting right shoulder here for a bigger move to the upside is the question. Can we recapture this point of control? And then can we jettison on up to 17,005 is the question. Only time will tell, but I'll keep it every 4 to 5 hours on an update, and we'll be able to figure out what's happening in the zone. And we did get the push up for Matic. And so had you just saying again, market's not that great, but right there's live 3% gains. Live, 3.38% gains live right now in your face. And it just happened while you were watching this live stream with me. 3% in an hour is amazing. 45 minutes, actually. Those are 3 50-minute candles. We haven't even closed that one yet. 3% in 30 minutes? That's 1% in 10 minutes. If you did that, I mean, your life would never be the same. If you did it a lot, consistently, right? I have to be consistent, but unbelievable, right? And that's what we do. It's about cherishing each little move that you can get. And it's the same system I keep using over and over and over again. High doodle on this 15-minute is interesting. You could call this in a bit of a flag too. 15-minute is looking crispy. Pull a mini fib on this time frame. Just kind of see from there to there, and you're approaching the golden Paquito, bouncing off that 0.618 area, and you could see some more movement here for high doodles. So high doodles definitely on the radar. Oversold as well. High doodles. Interesting. Okay. Who's getting ready to go somewhere for Thanksgiving? Who's going to see some family? Who's going to have a good time? This is the hardest week in the entire week whenever I did like my live streams or anything, because people are traveling. The kids are, getting home, and people are getting ready for the holidays too. People are just, what do we got to get? Who's coming over? What are we cooking? There's a lot of moms getting ready for a beautiful holiday weekend, and, they're going to have, some people just got married and they're meeting the in-laws really for the first time, or it's the first time that the woman is preparing dinner for the mother-in-law. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure going on this weekend, so I understand. I understand what's going on. I get it. High doodle could make a bit of a move here. It's been hot. It could be hot again. Oversold in the 15-minute. It could even dump in your face. You never know. I always have a stop loss and be careful. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just looking at high doodle. Moving average is a little far apart for my liking, but the 1 hour is coming back down, about to touch that 21-day moving average. Interesting, and we got a golden cross there on the 1 hour time frame. High doodle's in a bit of a cup and handle too as well. Sammy cup and hattie to the upside. Marv, the last time I saw a guy do something like that, it was 1975. I just got out of my Cadillac. It was white with a blue top. Beautiful, beautiful. I was drinking a cafe mocha. I got it from the same place every single time, every corner before the game. As I get out, a messenger was coming by on his bike, hit the mocha, went up in the air. It flipped 3 times. 3 times. And I was able to catch it again and only got minor sprinkles on my hat and my glasses. I could not believe I didn't spill the mocha. I was able to get to the game, get my coffee buzz, and I nailed the announcing that night. It was unbelievable. So, you never know. You always got to stay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for being a part of this amazing live stream every single day. Hi, Doodle, baby. Hi, Doodles. Don't forget the S. Don't call it Hi, Doodle. Bone FIDA attempting to drop out of the pattern, getting oversold, making that fallen wedge, attempting to make bacon on the beach. Can you look for tiny bullish divvy on the 5? You got it. You got it, baby. You got it. You got this double bullish divergence. I've seen it many times, the swing down, the swing up. That could propel us back to the upside. I'd be watching Bone FIDA for a bit of a move here. 5-minute bullish divvy could be the catalyst for a move to the upside for Bone FIDA. It's on the radar for possible bigger gains too. Be more conservative, I guess. 85.55, the triple fives on the 5. Bone FIDA. Slight cup and handle for Bone FIDA. If I get a little giddy with it, you know what I mean? Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Yes. Axie Infinity getting a bit of a move. Let's take a look at Axie. Might be the one that kind of starts the market. But that's getting a pump right now. Slight little boom. A little bit of a pump a move. So we look at this 1 hour. Axie getting a pump out of the wedge. Inverted head and shoulder. Look, shoulder, head and shoulder. Wasn't the best, but it was what it was. And it's attempting to break out. It has a heavy resistance that it needs to break above. So nothing to write home about. But just, Axie Infinity. As it got released from its prison from SBF, right? As we find out, it was just getting completely obliterated and manipulated by the bigger projects. And they were printing. What was FBX doing? They were making fake coins, and they were flooding the market with fake coins. And that's how you dump somebody's coin. You make fake coins. So if the demand is the same, but you just completely expand the supply, that coin's going to dump. And they did that to many, many projects. ICP, we're told, Axie Infinity, and a lot of gaming competitors and things that they didn't want to see get in the way of Solana and what Solana was going to build. They were really going to trap us. We got saved for the first time in the world. A small, I call one of the little guys, Ben, was able to stop a massive kind of crunch on the populace from the elite. And I believe, Ben was, you call me insane, and most people will, but I believe Ben was given a gift from God somehow. Like, he was basically led in the right direction, and we were all saved. And it's not over yet by any means. But so far, right? The first plan was thwarted. It could have been worse. So we got swing down to swing down. We got swing up to swing up. 17.7% gains coming out of this. Boom, boom, boom. 17.17. This is beautiful. 80 at 0.8477 for Theta. And Theta has a bullish divergence there too as well. And again, it goes back to that old idea when I put it in this falling wedge that broke out, broke back in. Can you still break out of the wedge? You may. There's a chance. The strong divergence for Theta tells me that we could get a bit of a bounce here. And Theta is one of the strongest projects in the game, in my humble opinion, fundamentally. Its price may not be amazing, its chart may not be amazing, but fundamentally, Theta has what is really needed here. Also, there's a bit of a slight bullish divergence on Theta here. And this is the daily time frame, and that's a big sign that we could get a bounce here. So I like Theta. I believe it's definitely a good project to DCA into. It did a 20x from 70 cents to $20 or more. It did a 22, 3x, maybe even more for some people. I started getting into Theta at 78 cents and $1.78, and I wrote it up beautifully well. Sold it pretty close to the top, around 14 to 16 bucks. I'm thinking of getting back into Theta for another move. Theta is a project that I'd be willing to DCA into. Not many projects I would be in there, and because it has a working project, it's a working system. You can go to theta.tv right now, in case you didn't know. I think some people don't know, but you can go to theta.tv right now, and it's basically a workable, decentralized YouTube with a lot going on. And so, Theta. And team, whatever happened with the Theta key, man? Are we going to start streaming the Theta? What is going on with that? I'm willing to get it down. You just tell me the time or day, and let's do it. Let's get it down. That's something we forgot about on my mind now. Theta. Josh, you're the Theta point man, Josh. So lead us in the right direction. You probably told me what to do and I may have forgotten to, so I blame myself. No worries. But actually, there's no blame needed. Like, we're just grinding. But we do want to do, I remember you bringing up theta, and let's add theta to the mix. Okay, so USDT, getting a little bit of greenery here in the market, right? And Matic really 3L, Link 3L, bouncing back up on the smaller time frame. You'll be able to see it. A nice 24%. That means Link went up about 7-8%, because this would be so a nice little move back up for the market. S&P getting a bit of a move, but you're at a resistance point too. S&P looks like it may not be able to get above that zone, but it broke this diagonal trend. Look for the retest of the flag here for the S&P. DXY. Remember we went over the DXY as well. Why? Because we have to. DXY looks like it could get a bit of a pump into the afternoon, so be careful. Looks like Bitcoin may struggle tonight if that DXY comes back with a vengeance. Follow me at Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. At Crypto Lifer 33. There's a lot of fakers out there. We were going to get the blue check and I was traveling and I didn't know you had 24 hours just to get the blue check. I went to get it the next morning, was all over it, like knew it was a big deal, like spent my whole morning, ruined my breakfast, like sitting on my phone. My wife was like, I got to get the check though. I got to get the check. Eventually figured out that I had like a window to do it and didn't take the window. I didn't know that. Me and my team, Anyway, so it is what it is. It is what it is. And these tweets, an intelligent individual can filter information and is not afraid of it. If you're running from information, ask yourself, what are you afraid of? See what I'm saying? If you're running from information, if you can't take both sides of the story, something's wrong. You should be able to read both sides of the story, take it in. You may not agree with it, you may not like it, but you got to read it, you got to take it in. You got to be privy to your opposition. If you have no clue, if you're really not learned about your opposition, then like you really have no leg to stand on, in my humble opinion. So just make sure you're educated about the situations that you're talking about. If you're going to get really vehemently emotional about it, in my humble opinion, And again, that's my opinion. So it is what it is. What exchanges do you feel comfortable on? We got 50 comments. We need to get 75. We got 38 retweets. We need 12 more. 12 more retweets, 25 more comments, and this thing is going to the moon. And we're going to be able to actually do the do, right? Pretty solid. I think KuCoin is the best for trading. So we went through a lot of these. Let's kind of scroll all the way back down. 50 beautiful comments. Thank you so much for the participation. Everyone that jumped on in, you're awesome. Adam, aka Sensei. I use KuCoin for convenience, and alt trading Binance is the safer option. But we've all learned, not your keys, not your crypto. Binance and Coinbase. From one day in the TradingView, I'll sign up for KuCoin. Okay, there you go. I mean, we use a lot of KuCoin coins, so. Trade Ogre. Interesting. I hadn't seen Trade Ogre in a while. I forgot about Trade Ogre. Shout out to Cons Work. Love you, Cons. You're the man, dude. And let me like as many of these as I can. Started with Crypto.com, but then found you and moved to KuCoin. I've learned so much from you this last year. Thank you, Crypto Lifer. God bless you, Wicked Trader. Thank you for the love, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. Moving. And we're on our way to 10,000. 10,000 followers on Twitter will be a big milestone. About to crack it. Only 700 away. I know we can do it. Okay, so we got the DXY in a nutshell, right? We're looking at the other projects that are willing to possibly get a bit of a move. Link is showing signs of life right here. That dip may have gotten people excited. Link is actually staking this month. So you got to remember Link staking and Matic both have big news. And that could propel them both back to the upside, and CHZ. So you just got to know what coins are hot and for what a reason that month, what's going on. And then look at the TA and coincide. And so we're focused where the focus needs to be on because we're seeing where the money's flowing in cryptocurrency, right? Staking means a lot of people are going to buy it, get rewards, and get into it. And at a low price, if the staking just opens inside of a bear market area, it creates incentive. And so that incentive, I believe, could pump the price. So I'm starting to look at it a little more closely than normal because I'm starting to look at the narrative for Link. And it's starting to make sense, okay? And that's what we're talking about. Like, that's what we're doing here, all right? That's what the Guan's on. The Guan's on, right? The Guan's on. All right. Mirror Protocol had a bit of a pump. Interesting. Continued to pump a little bit. Is starting to give it all back right now quickly, though. This is when I flag out a 7-minute time frame just to see. If it can continue in that flag, that's why I do what I do. If it doesn't make sense to you, I get it. It shouldn't. It's been a long, created idea that I use over and over again. Anyway, so Avatar, The Way of the Water. Get tickets now in theaters December 16th. I mean, that sounds amazing. I loved Avatar. I probably shouldn't. It's probably like some weird subliminal stuff in there. Look what I retweeted. Is this SPF running with a backpack? Funny, it kind of does look like him, but you'll never know. But it kind of does look like him. Funny. What? This is Altcoin Daily. Shout out to my buddies at Altcoin Daily, Aaron and Austin. May God bless you and you guys. You guys are going to be in Miami too. I hope to meet everyone that I've always liked and talked to or been on the show with. I can't wait to see more people, and I'm excited. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. It is what it is, man. That's crazy. Follow me on Twitter. I agree with Miss Piggy. That's so funny, man. She's trending, right? Argentina boycott Tampax. I don't know why they're saying that. We'll find out why one day. I don't want to get into it now, though. And a lot of people are watching the World Cup. You have to remember that, too. A lot of people are watching the World Cup right now. So you're battling with the most popular sport in the world. People are just like, you know what? I'm taking a break off crypto, and I'm going to watch the World Cup. A lot of people, I remember when I was at work, people would have the World Cup on, and it was almost like people just stopped working. You know what I mean? Everyone's just like, we're just going to use this as an excuse not to work and watch football for the day. I remember those days. So if you're at work right now and you're sneaking in a Crypto Lifer live stream, but in the background, they got that thing playing on. I get it. Litecoin, I mean, up 41% on the 3L token today. Like, Litecoin just getting it in. And honestly, Litecoin just exploded, like, in the last couple of hours. It's funny, I had this little flag for Litecoin, and Litecoin was gone. Look, Litecoin 3L. Had it in the symmetrical triangle, drew this flag, and Litecoin is up, like you read about. Continuing to pump right now. Litecoin doing absolute damage. Shout out to Tommy. Tommy, baby, what's up with Litecoin? Just absolutely exploding after the Litecoin summit last week. Out of control. Out of control. I'm excited. I'm going to meet, hopefully, BitBoy in person. Hopefully, Crypto Blood. Hopefully, Altcoin Daily. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Decentral Miami. All right? Decentral Miami. All right? Decentral.com. Check out Decentral Miami. The largest Web3 conference returns to Miami. Miami, Florida. November 28th to the 29th at the James L. Knight Center. I will be there. All right? I have some big news coming out, but I can't break it yet. But there's going to be a big magazine coming out. And in that magazine, yours truly will be featured. We're going to have a cool celebrity on the cover of that magazine. He also, we're hoping, makes a big appearance. So we have some big things coming. All right? Hopefully I'll have some, copies of the magazine. I'll be passing it out, working with the team there at Crypto Magazine. And I'm excited. My first publication ever in my life. And it's a big deal. So I'm excited to be part of the team. I'm excited to be brought on board. I'm excited to go to Decentral Miami. I got my plane tickets. I got my Airbnb, and I can't wait. So yeah, buy tickets. Miami, Florida, November 28th to the 29th. I'm excited. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. So I go do the family thing for 5 days, literally come home and fly out Monday morning to Miami. We got Alex Mays. We got Wendy O. It's going to be super exciting to see all these. Baron Davis, man, the NBA legend, dude. Timberland's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. I'm super excited. David Schwartz is going to be there. I mean, you name it, they're going to be there. Even Mark. I like Mark Yusko, man. He's cool at Morgan Creek. I hope to interview and meet some of these amazing people too. And I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for this. This is going to be a big deal. Ben Armstrong, bang, bang, bang. He's in there too. Right? So got a lot of amazing speakers at Decentral Miami. And it's going to be a big deal. The largest Web3 conference returns to Miami. Boom, boom, boom. All right? So get ready. Get ready. Everyone and anyone who's in crypto is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be amazing. So I'll see you at Decentral Miami. I will live stream from it. I'll do a bunch of awesome content. We'll have my team whipping out socials, and we'll be cutting it and running it, and it's going to be a great time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for Decentral Miami. Bang, bang, bang. Everybody, I'm out for the day. Thank you for jumping on in. We're looking at some flags here. We took profits on, Matic 3L looks like the move. Link 3L also is possibly going to continue. You never know, though. Be careful. I looked at Bone FIDA, and let's go look at Bitcoin one more time before I jump on out of here. So BTC flagging out, more of a sideways move here. You got bearish divvy, though, forming on the 7-minute time frame. Just like you had, bullish div, and bearish divergence usually gives you a bit of trouble here. And honestly, now I'm seeing the beginning, right? Slight beginning here of a shoulder, possibly a head and a right shoulder. So watch out for another dump right back to this point of control here at 15,800. This isn't sustainable so far. Let's see if we can stay in the flag. I'm going to watch the 7-minute. I advise you to watch the 7-minute. It's going to give you the quickest results and the fastest information that you can get to figure out the next probability. Then we can move on to the 15 and the 1 hour and kind of see how we're holding off. But right now, that 1 hour is overbought. Highly at a, it's at a resistance point. Tweezer topping at this point and showing signs that it may be done. And it may begin to kind of fall to the downside here. We can almost make this tighter and say we're in this like tighter zone and we've hit the top of the channel. I am suggesting possible shoulder, right shoulder. Do we, left shoulder, head, right shoulder? Are we going to make a right shoulder here? There's a chance. Let's watch this 1 hour come on down. But, we're definitely getting a bit of a reset here on the 1 hour. We're overbought on the stochastics RSI. And if you play stochastics, you're overbought here. Nice dump. You got overbought here, sideways dump. You got overbought here, dump. You got overbought here, dump. You got overbought here, dump. The last 6 times that you were curving above this dotted line, it was not a good look. And we didn't get a miraculous move for Bitcoin. So, we're likely to go sideways or to the downside of anything unless we get some insane short squeeze. And that brings me back to Bookmap for a quick second. So I'll flip the Bookmap for you and we can just take a look here. And when we look closely at Bookmap, we can see some short squeeze, some long squeezing. And we do have a little more liquidity up at 16,004, 16,005, but it's really mainly a sell wall. And it doesn't, bode too well. It's just a little good of a hopium that we could get a push up on a short squeeze, but really, we're on hopium. We're on basically short fumes right now. Like, we need people to short for us to get up. Not a lot of bulls jumping on in right now with the momentum. So be careful, all right? If you like this information, you like what's going on, join my trading group. Jump on in, invest in yourself, get the information that will change your life. Not only will you be around me, but you'll be around 850 other traders throughout the world that have all different types of ideas, tips and tricks, and things to help you. They'll teach you about hardware wallets. They'll teach you about exchanges, and you'll just be able to answer any single question you want. What's different about my group than all others, too? It's not a signals group. A lot of other people, hey, join my signals group. Yes, I may put out Matic 3L before it breaks out when it's highly probable. Yes, I may talk about Bitcoin about to take a dump, and I'll put out a Bitcoin short and a Matic short, right? But the idea, I am trying to be on point when things are about to happen so you can see them before they happen. But the idea behind it is you have access to so much information. Token metrics, right? A weekly screen share every single week, Thursdays from 6 to 8:30 where I break it down. Then you have the Ultimate 99 where you can just talk and talk strategy. We have the Learning Library where I give you what most people would charge you thousands and thousands of dollars for: classes, information, ideas, and tips and tricks. Just so much information here to really teach you how to trade, right? This is like your encyclopedia of trading and a lot of informational videos I've made to help you along your way. And on top of that, we have a learning TA question where you can ask any question you want about TA. Post your charts and say, is this right? This is my first cup and handle. I've never posted this before. This is where people first post their charts ever and begin to kind of get into technical analysis. So a lot of people love it, and a lot of people are blessed to be here. I read these testimonials too, and they just love the people they're behind. They change their lives, like the one we read earlier. And it continues to grow every single day. We're at an all-time high in the trading group today. So I'm excited to see where we go. I'm excited to continue to live the mission of teaching. And I thank each and every one of you for being here. And I love you all. And I'll see you all on the next live stream. Remember, if you came to the channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when you post your next video. Remember, if you came to the stream, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Cherish every single moment. Live in the present. Live in love. Everything will be okay. I promise that. And be grateful for everything you have, and more will come your way. If you have gratitude in your attitude, things will just begin to, progress, and you'll see things revealed to you that you never thought possible. Have a great night. Have a great afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. I cherish all of you. Thank you so much for the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Blessed. And have a wonderful day and a wonderful night. And I'll see you again.